Question today: can body language manipulate us? Answer is, how could it not? We are a creature that lives in groups. Now, we were always dependent on the information that the facial expression and the body language of the people around us gave us. Because that was the information. Is everything okay? So everyone was relaxed. Or was there a danger somewhere and everyone was tensed up? Now, that is the case when you imagine you go into the supermarket and the person at the cashier is really grumpy, and you approach this person and really and sincerely smile to that person. What probably will happen is that that person will smile back to you. Did you manipulate this person? Of course you did. And there was a scientist called Giacomo Rizzolatti. He's still alive, and he did a great experiment. He took macaque apes and he made them show a pincer movement with those fingers. And then he took another macaque ape and wanted to know what areas in the brain of the other ape were active when this other macaque ape saw that movement. And of course, the sensory area of the brain was active. Sensory means the other ape realized and in this case saw something. But he was absolutely astonished because not only the sensory areas but also the motion areas were active in the brain of the other macaque. What does that mean? The motion areas are normally only active if this other macaque would do that same pincer movement with his fingers. But he didn't do anything, he just saw that movement. And that was really an interesting result of that experiment. The second step of that experiment was that he replaced the macaque who did this movement by a robot. The robot looked like a macaque and they programmed it that this robot made the same pincer movement. And then he again observed what areas in the brain were active when they saw now that robot doing that movement, and the result was the sensory areas were active, but the motion areas were not active. And that was astonishing. Now he came to the conclusion that there must be some neurons that mirror the motions of other creatures, and he called them mirror neurons. Well, that is not absolutely sure if they really exist, but what the result shows is that macaques and also human beings react on human beings. That is why you don't have to be afraid to fall in love with a robot. That won't happen. But what does that mean for your body language? That means that no matter what you do, you will always manipulate the perception and also the motoric reactions of the people around you. If they want it or not, if you show a grumpy face, their areas in the brain, their motion areas in the brain will also show grumpy reactions, and the same the other way around. Now, here's a tip for you. If you want to get good results in your everyday communication, manipulate the people in a way that they react in a positive way to you. That is why I, in your case, would smile more, because the reaction of the people around you will be a smile.